One day I stood there watching that machine for a long time. A huge iron hammer was being lifted slowly up to the top. And then all at once, the force was released. It crashed heavily into the ground. It's such a simple truth. I think everything eventually falls back to the ground, unless something is holding it up or pulling it up. And if it applies to everything, then it applies to our bodies too. I once imagined this. Before a certain point of time in my life, I exist in a place without gravity, a vacuum, floating without the shape I have today. Then one day, I entered a place with gravity, this planet, the Earth. In that moment, I was like a pile of loose mud. Every part of me dropped to the ground at once. I wanted to stand up. So the tissues inside my body began to rearrange, to regrow, just to hold all those body parts together. Because apart from my feet, everything else was suspended in the space, just like that iron hammer. So, understanding what holds each part of us, that matters. That is the body's original state, relaxed and strong. In that state, the body moves most smoothly and problems rarely arise. Take our shoulders, for example. They are meant to be supported by the rib cage and the spine. If no one holds them up, the muscles on top have to do the lifting, and the neck becomes tight. Or our low back, for example, it needs to be supported by the pelvis and the legs. Otherwise, the discs and the surrounding muscles get pulled into the work. A lot of body issues can be understood from this view, how gravity shapes us. Before rushing to find a way to fix the problem, perhaps we can first let the body experience gravity itself. Sometimes the process of exploring and experiencing is already the solution. I have been feeling my lower back become more comfortable through standing practice and horse stance. Those are traditional Chinese movements. But that doesn't mean you have to do this practice. That doesn't mean you have to do the standing practice. They are just what works for me. They are simple because if you approach a practice with the intention of letting parts support each other, whether in yoga, Pilates, or even running, you might find your own way of reshaping your body. So just discover it, just explore it.